Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
last,
you too.
I
know. I know.
Right. So we want to find out a little bit about you. And we believe that there's a story behind the story. We just realized that there's a woman who is the current VGMA Artist of the Year. But how did she get there? That is why we're here.
Okay.
Yeah. So who is Diana Hamilton?
Let's make it simple. I am a Christian.
Good.
Born in the Greater Accra Region, but originally an Ashanti.
Okay.
Lived in Kumasi early part of my life. Came back to live in Accra, schooled bits in Kumasi, did Morning Star, went to Ghana National College, studied nursing at Komfo, Anokye, and now I practice nurse with my husband, my twins. I'm into music ministry, I sing, I write songs, I'm a worship leader. I have 6 albums to my credit. I have a yearly event that this year has been named The Awake Experience of Diana Hamilton. And we're just happy to be here.
Wow. Within a short time, you'll be able to tell me a lot of things.
Yeah.
So how did you get into music? When was that?
I say this, that I think I was born doing this because I put a number on it, but I think it was way before that. But I think around the age of 7, 8, I knew I could sing. So that was that. But I did my first performance when I was 13 years.
Wow. And
then on my 13th birthday, I decided to sing in church.
Okay.
And pre-birthday, I think I'll give it the 13th birthday that I started singing in church before I actually decided to join the school band. And then someone would say the rest is history.
Which school was
Morning Star.
Morning Star. At that age?
Yes, at that age, I'd give, there was this role, somebody that would give the tune to a hymn or the tune to the marching song. And there was a girl in the school who used to do it. And I was just happy to be paired with her.
Wow.
To once in a while get the chance to do it.
Wow. Well, some may think that we just woke up one day and there was Diana Hamilton inspiring everyone with her kind of music.
Right.
Tell us about your journey.
Right. So the journey, like I said, started very early on. I come from a home where we love to sing.
Okay.
My grandmother's, my auntie, was my dad's sister, used to sing, but never sang anywhere. I just heard her sing at home. But my father took it more serious and would lead praise and worship at church. Even when he became a pastor, I would still lead praise and worship in church. And so our worship sessions were beautiful times at home. Up until I did my 13th birthday where I got the chance to sing in church, Sunday school. But then the teachers saw my gift and then started giving me the chance to sing in church. And then along the line, my dad was transferred to Sierra Leone. He would come back and would have morning devotions and the whole neighborhood would join us. And so because they heard us sing. We had all these songs from Sierra Leone that would sing in the Sierra Leonean language. And then we'd just draw the neighbors to our house on an ordinary morning devotion. Along the line, I met Francis Ajay at a prayer meeting. And then he added me to his group to be a backing vocalist. So I sang with Francis for about 10 years as a backing vocalist. Along the line, I got the chance to sit under the ministry of Mary Ganzers, the Daughters of Lord Jesus's, the Tego Sisters, the Susie and Mats, and Reverend Yorsons and the rest. Never had the chance to sing with them, but I was just blessed to be that close to get to know them. And then I went into nursing school where I met my executive producer now. This is over 20 years ago. And when I met him, I was still doing backing vocal job for Francis Ajay. And so I'd run away, go to play a gig or so with Francis. And he would come to the school to look for me and he'll be told, Diana is gone to go sing. So one day he called and said, finish school. When you're done, I'll help you release your first album. So after school, I got married and then he realized I was ready. And that was when my first album, Ostrobe Kasa, came, one would say the rest is history. But yes, Ostrobekasa, my first album came. My second album was Nsiwiye. My third album was the album was called Blessings. The Blessings album had the Eyewa song on it. After that, we did the Yehowa album, which had Yehowa Beshe and Work in Progress in it. And then we came to do I Believe album, which had the song I Believe, which had the song Moniyo, which had the song Nsencheni Nyankopon on it. And then now we're on our latest album, which is the Grace album, which has Wasem, Eradiye, and the famous Adam.
Wow. Which one would say is the most successful album?
All of it. All my albums have been very, very successful. But every stage and what God does with what He gives us. And so it's been a good journey. Ups, downs, but I've enjoyed every bit of it.
Well, it was not until Moniyo came
that you heard
I realized that there was a lady who was all over the place.
Yeah, but at that time we were basically, one would say, we were gathering the love, the support, but just God kept adding on to the numbers. So yes, I will call you an Nsencheni Nyankopon baby, because Moniyo comes with Nsencheni. And so anybody who fell in love with us from Moniyo, they are my Nsencheni Nyankopon babies. But those that supported us from the Ostrobekasas, they are the big people.
Wow. You alluded to the fact that you trained as a nurse, so you're a professional nurse.
I am.
Nursing, singing, they are both demanding.
They are.
How are you able to marry the two?
When God gives you an assignment, He grants you the help and grants you the resources that you need. And so initially when music hadn't taken off that much, I was doing more nursing than more singing. But as the singing and the ministry keeps going up, we're reducing the number of hours that we practice, but we're still practicing. So one is giving way for one to actually go on. And we have the right people, the right system around us that makes it work. A good family support, a good ministry support, a good management support. So it's not that bad.
So which one is giving you? Obviously the nursing?
Nursing is, I am not doing as much hours as I used to do.
Okay.
Yes.
But if we need a nurse right now,
we have to do something small.
Well,
Yeah.
I realize that you have a unique style, boxing up English with the tree. How did you come by that? How is that?
I talk like that.
Okay.
I'm not a fancy,
Yeah.
but I talk like that. I talk like that so much that when I was about to release my first album, my executive producer, then and now, told me to make a conscious effort not to mix English and Tree, and that to identify myself as a Ghanaian. And so, hence, Ostrobekasa, pure Tree songs, Nsiwiye, threw in a bit. But as we progressed, as we moved along, we started getting the confidence to actually introduce these lines, these English lines, so that I sing just as I talk. And so I could be speaking Tree with you, but I will slot in an English line or two. It's helped, so why change a winning team? That's why we're here.
Wow, that's nice. What other stuff you do apart from nursing, singing?
Okay, I'm a fashion designer. I own a clothing brand, DH by DH. So that's one big thing we're doing.
So what size of family do you have?
I have a very big family, but my nuclear family, there are just 4 of us, myself, my husband, and my twins.
So how are they supporting your ministry?
Oh, a lot. And they're praying for me, the children, my husband. The kids are well behaved so much I can go and not worried about what's happening at home. The husband is so supportive, I can go knowing that he's got everything covered. And so when we say family support, it's incredible. And I'm just grateful to God for that.
Right. Yeah. How many awards have you garnered over the years?
That would be hard to say. And I won't even try to count the awards. But what I say is my biggest trophies are my testimonies. My biggest trophies are the testimonies that come after we've ministered, after my song has been a blessing to someone. My biggest trophy is you telling me that your 80-year-old father absolutely loves my ministry. For me, that's an award. And even that, I can't quantify. So what can we say?
Talking about testimonies, have you at any time had somebody coming up to you to say that this music of yours did this for me?
Oh yeah, all the time. Oh, I get babies thrown at me. How Nsancheni Nyankopon gave them those babies. I get stories being told, testimonies being given. Just recently, less than a week, actually this week, was it yesterday or today's Wednesday?
Yeah.
So Monday, we walked into an office and this young man approached me and said he lost his child. And then last 2 years when I was about to do the experience with Diana Hamilton 2 years ago, that day I did it, he lost his mom. And so he made his wife and children, he made his wife take the lead. He had lost his child and he went and put his mother in the morgue so he could come to experience that day. So he put his mother in the fridge, came for experience, praised through his tears, danced through his tears, and exactly 2 years later, they have a son. And that is a testimony for me, the fact that he could praise through his difficulty and be able to walk out with a testimony. For me, those are trophies for me. Yeah.
Right. As I said earlier, you are the VGMA Artiste of the Year for last year.
Yeah,
for last year. How did you feel like winning?
How did it feel like winning?
Were you expecting to win?
I'm a child of God. God has worked with me so long that I know that whatever is mine, he gives me. And whatever he doesn't give me, it's because it's not mine yet. And so with that in mind, I know that his will be done. And so we're just grateful.
Right. So you had 6 albums. When did you release your first album?
2007 was when I released the first album. And then 2009, my second came. And then 2011, almost 2000, actually 2012, 2011, my third came. And then, I can't remember when each other ones came, but then there was the Yehovah album that I released singles off it. And then that was released. And then I think 2019 was when I released the I Believe album, which had Muniyo and Nsancheni Nyankopon on it. And then in 2021, getting to the end, I released the latest album, the Grace album.
You know, fame brings a lot of pressure on people. We were talking about people who are now famous in Ghana. We will mention you. How are you handling all this fame that comes with your ministry?
Maybe I haven't seen it, that's why.
I haven't seen it. Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe if I see it, then it'll get in my head, but
okay.
I don't, I'm still me. My friends are the same. Maybe God adds on. But no. It's.
You think you're not famous?
I'm just a regular girl.
No, really. So
I am truly a regular girl. I will sit on the floor and eat. I will do an Uber if I have to do an Uber. If you ask me to do a Trotsky, I will do a Trotsky now.
If you do it, have you ever done a Trotsky when Dana came onto the scene?
Yes, I've had choba, I've had food in choba, I've gone, taking my asanka, gone from, I like that even better, so I can show the snail which one I like. Because when you sit and you wait for them, they'll bring you some small snail, be that I will not help you. So I like to point, I like this one, I like that one. Sometimes the team around you will not let you do it, but I remember I used to go on TV3, do music. The same outfit I went to do music with, I'll go to La Paz, stand in the queue, watch extra, and order my food. and come and somebody, I just saw you on TV. I'm like, yeah, I was there, but I also need to eat wache, so I'm buying my wache. And yeah, we used to do that a lot. Yeah.
So you've said some of the things that your music has done for you.
Yeah.
How rewarding would you say that career has been, and what have been your challenges?
I mean, I get the chance to speak with you. That's rewarding enough. I would say that pre-Monio, I wouldn't have had the chance to talk to you because you didn't even know me then. And so it's been rewarding. The kind of doors it's opened, the kind of relationships we've formed has been amazing. But yes, it comes with its own challenges. The expectation is always high. It's from one point to another. I mean, I was telling you I can go to a choba to eat. Now I can't. But it's not that I can't. Some people will not let me. I'm trying my best not to let it affect anything that we're doing. But yes, there's the added responsibility, which we're enjoying, but it's a challenge. There's a location. The fact that we're always on a flight, you're traveling, having to manage family and ministry and work and every career and everything that comes with it. But so far, so good.
Talking about being on flights, you'll be on most bills, home and abroad. How are you able to manage?
I am not scared of flights as long as we don't get turbulence. I'm not worried flying, because actually on flights, I get to write songs, I get to read, because then there's no WhatsApp messages worrying you. Hardly do I get Wi-Fi or internet on the plane unless I've released a song or something. Other than that, I get to pray more on these long journeys. I get to write songs, I get to think and reflect. But if there's turbulence, that's when I'm worried and scared in my boots. Other than that, we're good. And yes, sometimes leading the children is hard. And so, I mean, as we're going along, we're learning how to apportion the time so that we learn to say no certain times, just so we get to have a family time.
It doesn't have a toll on your health? Going here, going there.
Oh, by the grace of God, now that we have the energy, we're doing it, and we're exercising. We're praying that God keeps us in shape, because if you do His work and you do it well, He takes care of the rest.
Where were you born and when?
In the beginning, I said I was born in Accra.
Okay.
Maamobi Polyclinic, to be precise. I'm 48. 1978 I was born.
1978.
It gets to an age, when you get to a certain age, you don't even want to think about how old you are. So I think about 43 I am now. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
In which month?
December.
I'm December born, you know that?
Oh, you are? Yes. What date?
14.
Okay, I'm earlier. I'm December 4th, 1978.
Wow, I added 10 days.
Yeah.
Do you write your own songs?
I write most of my songs.
But others?
Others are written by people, or I co-write with others. Sometimes I will write it myself with the help of God and His Word. Sometimes somebody will just throw a song at me. I can't even say somebody threw, because there's no song that I haven't put my stamp on, that I haven't put my own twist on. And so I co-wrote most of the songs that I am giving, or I single-handedly write it based on the Word of God and through prayer.
So all those songs that have made a hit?
I can walk you through it. So Sobekasa, I co-wrote that with Nana Boateng. Nsiwiye, I wrote it myself. Nyamia Yebi co-did that with Nana Boateng. Eyewa, Nana Boateng, Yehowa Beshe. I did that with the help of my dad. It's an old song. We put a twist on it. Work in Progress, wrote it all by myself. Money Yo, all by myself. And Century. It's an old song that we got to remake ourselves. Adum, I did that with my sister. Eradiye, I did it myself. When you come home, I did it myself. So the songs.
Wow, it's a whole team there.
Yeah.
So how large is the team that is behind you?
Very small. I think I say this all the time, that the team is very small, but because everyone knows their role, it's actually very easy.
Okay.
When I say it's very small, it's my executive producer, road manager, my manager, international manager, my husband, my PA, now my PAs, 2 of them, and myself.
You're doing a great job then.
They are.
Very. Just send my regards to them that
Will
they're doing a
do.
great job.
Will
Yes.
do.
Everyone looks up to someone for inspiration. Who and who have inspired you to come out this far?
Oh, a lot of people, different times. One of my biggest inspiration, my dad, my mom, they were the biggest inspiration. Their teachings, their way of life, how they handled marriage, how they dealt with Jesus and how Jesus dealt with them, shaped me in life. And I believe that if you're a parent and your child sees you as a role model, you should always go on your knees and thank God for that, because then they see your shortfalls and still love you, irrespective, and love you unconditionally. So yes, one of my biggest inspirations. Then music-wise, within Ghana, I had the chance to sit under the ministry of a lot of people. One of them, Mary Ganza, Daughters of Glorious Jesus, a young group called Susie and Matt, then made an impact on me. Mary Ganza's band and Becky Bonnie in that band had an impact on me. Just one time I sat under her ministry. Another international act that had an impact and still has an impact is Sissy Winans. Sissy Winans made such a huge impact in my life that as a child I wrote her a letter, but I never posted it. Anyway, newsflash, yesterday I wrote Sissy Winans a letter. She hasn't replied, but I'm waiting.
Wow. Apart from Sissy Winans, which of the musicians abroad have had an impact on you?
I think for me, I would zero it down to Sissy and a bit of Rebecca Malope. Growing up, we didn't have access like we do. When I say access, YouTube wasn't there like that for us to see that many people to make such an impact. So you were privileged enough to have a cassette of someone doing a song and then you fall in love. But then when I went to nursing school, I had the chance to listen to a lot of Sissy Winans' songs. And we're talking over 20 years ago. And years later, she's picking some great awards. This year has been one of her best years. And that talks about consistency, longevity. And that is something I am praying to God to grant me, that consistency, that longevity, that long time relevance. Yeah.
Do you sing any of Sissy Winans songs?
Oh yeah, I used to sing a lot. The room was still as she made her way to Jesus. She stumbled through the tears that made her blind. She felt such pain, some spoke in anger, heard folks whisper, there's no place here for her kind. Still on she came through the pain that flushed her face, until at last she knelt before his feet. And though she spoke no words, everything she said was heard as she poured her love for the master. I'm not in the best of vocals today, but that's what
I'm enjoying
beautiful.
it. What did you stop?
From the box of alabaster, so I've come to pour my praise on him like oil from Mary's alabaster box. Don't be angry if I wash his feet with my tears and I dry them with my hair. You went there the night he found me. You did not feel what I felt when he wrapped his loving arms around me. And you don't know the cost of the oil in my alabaster box.
How do you keep your voice in shape? All these engagements. You break them one day, but how do you manage it?
We do vocal coaching. Yeah, we pay people to vocal coach us. We try to avoid the ice. We used to do a lot of ice, but now we stopped. We're selective where we sing, our song choices and everything. So we're trying, but above it all, it's just the grace of God, because you can do all that and then it won't work.
Wow. Do you play any musical instruments?
No, my hands are my best instruments. I wish I did, but I don't.
Do you aspire to learn how to play any?
My husband bought me a Phantom X something when I was pregnant, because when I was pregnant, I had to be at home the whole time. He bought that keyboard for me, bought me books. Did I learn? No, that's my temperament there.
Where is the keyboard?
It's still there. Sometimes when I have a gig, my band will call, Auntie, can you bring your Phantom?
Whoa.
And then I dust it and I send it. But yeah.
Wow. It's been nice speaking with you.
I've loved it.
Before we end it all, you know, when people become accomplishers, there are times in their life that they get enemies along the line because it's not everybody who wants you to succeed. Would you say you have been in that through?
Oh, if they have, then I don't know them.
You don't know. So for you, everybody is...
My temperament is such that I believe that the love I show people, they will do same. And as long as they do it to my face that they love me, I'm good.
When you were rolling the albums that you have produced, it was as if at least averagely every 2 years you should release. 2-3 years,
yeah.
Are we expecting any album? The last one was in 2021, next year.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see. What word would you want to give to your many fans around the world?
I know. I would say, God bless you. We do not take this relationship for granted. I call it a relationship because to meet someone who says, oh, you have that business, you have that business, and I watched you and you went here and you went there, it feels like that person is staying in their house with you. And I don't underestimate that kind of relationship. So thank you for having a relationship with me. Thank you to the team that supports us. Thank you to the companies that have held us. Thank you to the companies I'm a brand ambassador for, i.e. Awake Purified Drinking Water, i.e. Enterprise Life, and the companies that support us in our events that we do, the Awake Experience with Diana Hamilton, Beulah, Insurance Brokers, Vodafone, Adom City Estate, all these companies, Preface Ghana Limited, We Too, all the media houses that support us. To your media house, I say a big thank you for that love, that support, that constant help that you give us, and to everyone in their homes who pray for us. A lady said, Mami, the kind of prayers we say for you in our closet, God has to hear it. And for that, I am grateful. For those that will fight for us when we are not even there, God bless you. God sees you.
Right.
And we do appreciate you.
Before we say cutting down, for us writers, we experience sometimes what we call writer's block. You just want to write, it's empty, nothing's coming.
Yeah. You want to know if we get that as well?
Yes, because I sing, so I know that sometimes you get upstage and even the lyrics just
For me, it's not even upstage. There are days you feel very dry. And I don't push it. When I'm dry, I won't push it. I'll go and sleep. And then I'll ask God, Father, I'm dry. I am so dry. I need you to fill me again. Because when it's not there, we creatives, and when it comes, you need to do it real quick. But yeah, you have your lean periods, and it's very important not to push it when that period is lean. Yeah, but yeah, we do have it. And there are the few days that, yeah, you forget your lyrics, but it's part of the job.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
It's been fun speaking
with you. I've enjoyed it. Yeah.
So this has been the big interview with songstress, musician, VGMA Artiste of the Year 2021, the Diana Hamilton. Thank you for watching.